The whole parent and child concept, like we just said, it may be a challenge in Pakistan, but I'm sure lots of moms are going to welcome this because every mom wants to do that special time alone with her child. Can you relate a few problems encountered in Asia elsewhere? Has there been, so that we know how to overcome those or how to...
Yeah, the major issue, we see it in Asia, and we see it also in Latin American countries, is that sometimes moms would rather someone else do some of these things. I'm being delicate. You know, they expect their caregiver, but the caregiver is there to care for the child in terms of its general fulfillment. It's the parent's job to be that key influence. You'll see it, and I saw it several times today. It was fascinating to just watch and observe today when the child was with their caregiver and then mom walked in. And the child's focus went, mom. It knows, the child knows. And just giving it that time, it's so rewarding, and it makes the child feel safe and secure and able to learn. It has enough to cope with. You raised a valid point about how much stress we impose on these children to learn, to achieve, to rote. But we focus on the whole child, physical, social, cognitive, developmental. That's what's important. It's not just rote learning, it's the other aspects that make the child complete.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ford. We'll move on to Rifat now. Rifat, you are a first-time mom and mashallah very involved with your child. As a young mother, tell me some of the fun activities that you do with your child in Lahore.
One of them is following him to make sure his father can keep up with him here.
Okay.
In Lahore, it's always difficult to find things to do actually as a mother. We do play dates at our home and at other friends. We go to the park daily. There's several parks in Lahore. Lahore is a wonderful green space city. We try to organize some things casually, but the bulk of our activity, because it's so regular, is Gymboree. We know on the weekend, this is something we do. We make travel plans around it, and both myself and my husband are always there with our son. And then there's Play Gym, which is the open play time. So we come to the facility and we play about 2 or 3 times a week. I don't work full time, but I do work part time. It's a priority for me because it's unfair for my son to stay indoors, especially because in Lahore we don't have an extended family. So something that I really have to prioritize is to expose Raza, my son, he's 1.5 years old, to as many children, to as many adults, and to have as much social interaction as possible.
Rifat, you just answered my second question to you. I was going to ask you what is the importance, especially for you and your child, how to socialize with other children, because one can take the child to the park and one can take the child elsewhere, as he wants to say hello to you, I guess. But what about the need to socialize with his peers, his age group?
Oh, that's really, really important. I think I knew about the Gymboree project before it was launched. I knew it when it was a concept and an idea, and I was constantly asking, when is it going to open? When is it going to open? Because we have family in the US, and my husband is German, so we have family in Germany. When we are there for a bulk of the time, we are in Gymboree types of events all the time. And there are public events at the library, at the bookshops, and it's something that's very filled. There's lots of things to do. And here I wanted to find that equivalent, and which is why when I heard about Gymboree, I was extremely excited because I knew that that would be a time where the children would be of similar age. Even when I organize play dates, there are 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds and a 3-month-old baby, and a lot of the times it's just about the mothers getting a chance to talk, and then our children sort of fight it out. But in Gymboree, it's very focused, and I know that the children are Raza's age. So when he's looking, and they are doing something, this is something completely in his grasp, and it's something that he can clearly do. And it's not just looking at things and motor skills and climbing up, but it's very important as parents, as a mother, as a father, for me to teach him about social skills, sharing, you know, when somebody has the ball and he wants it and he grabs it or they grab it from him, it's really important that he learns how to share. You know, okay, it's his turn, now it's my turn. Taking turns. She goes up first, I go next. These are social skills that are just the foundation of who we are as adults. And I think that gets reflected when he's 6 years old and 16 and 16. I think that whatever we lay down now in his personality and his growth and social skills and how he interacts with kids his age, especially, will lay the foundation for who he becomes as a man later on in life. So I think it's very much about socializing with children his age, but if there's a selfish part, it's also for me to find mothers who also think that this is a priority as well. So it works for both of us.
Absolutely, that's a great point. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to open this up to the audience here, because I know they all have listened to your insights and they'd like to ask you some questions. So please, if you could just make these questions and not statements, I'd really appreciate it. Is somebody raise your hand and somebody will come to you with a mic. Questions, anybody? I think we pretty much covered everything. Nobody wants to ask us. Any questions? Sorry. Oh, well, we have a question, right? Do we? You can ask Shabat. She's a speech therapist. Mrs. Suraya Anwar. Anything you... No? Okay, I think we did a good job here. Everybody is pretty much satisfied with our explanation of the concept. Nope? All right, then, well, okay, then we go to our fun part. We come back to our quick fire question and answer session. Now, you can't qualify your answers. You just have to answer yes and no. All right, and we'll start with Shabana and we'll move on. So, do you think toys spoil a child? No? No?
Am I allowed maybe?
Nope, nope, yes and no, strictly.
No.
Rifat?
No.
All right. Do children learn through play?
Definitely yes.
We obviously believe that, yes.
Okay, good. We wanted a resounding yes for that one. All right. Watching and listening develops language.
Definitely yes.
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 Drawing and scribbling leads to writing.
Definitely yes.
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 And last but not least, do you all still play?
Yes. Every day.
Good. You'd like to, so that's a no. But yeah, we'll think of something.
I do it for a living.
Oh, good. Rifat? Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. This audience has enjoyed you. We've come up with a couple of conclusions, and that is that we do learn through play. Academics do play a role in a child's life, but there's a time for that. Would you say it's fair to say that that's around the age of 5? Yes, that academics should kick in. And last but not least, we all do agree that all work and no play makes Jack a rather dull boy. All right, so please continue for our tea. Thank you very much yet again. I appreciate it for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha, distinguished panelists and audience members. That was most enlightening. All of us at Gymboree and Beacon House firmly believe that young children do only learn through play. This brings us to the end of our program. I do hope that those of you with young children would consider visiting Gymboree and attending a free preview class. Please talk to one of our staff members for more information, myself included. I would once again like to thank you all for joining us here today. Please do join us for high tea in the cafeteria on your right. Thank you.